We originally built this house in '93. The original siding on it was ebony siding. It failed. It mold, mildew, everything like that started falling apart. We replaced it with hardy plank, and then come to find out with hardy plank, there's so many different variations of the ways it should be applied that the hardy plank themselves have changed their methods. And here, a couple years ago, we just started noticing it get colder and wind coming in around the windows and wind spots where we shouldn't be having it. And that's when we decided it was time to do something different.
One Saturday morning, we were watching the news, and we saw a commercial for siding, and it was endorsed by Van and Bonnie, and it happened to be on the Saturday morning that Midwest Construction was open. So we decided to take a trip out to Grimes, and for us that's a little bit of a jaunt, but we decided to go, and we liked what we saw. The people were really personable, and we looked at some siding, we agreed on some stuff, we basically went from there. They came out to the house and did everything in-house, the measurements, pricing. It was great to have them come to us.
No pressure, no hassles.
None.
It was easy process, very easy process.
We always got this little letter from Mid-American Energy that always compared us to our neighbors, and it always said we were below average. And I thought, well, we knew that there were issues because the house was so cold, and we thought maybe it was just the insulation. But come to find out, once we got the new windows and the new siding put on, we got the next letter, and it says we were #1. We were great. We were in the great category. So I thought that was a good sign, and now we're going to wait to see what happens this winter.
And one thing I noticed about working with Midwest Construction, the guys that they have working on the jobs, it's not just a job to them. It's their reputation on the line. It's their business. They're the ones that are doing this. Brett, the window guy, was just fantastic in everything that he went through. We had no surprises, no hiccups, no nothing with that. Everything went just as he said it was going to. Joe and the siding crew, well, I can't say enough about those guys. Again, no surprises, just nothing wrong at all. They let us know what they were going to do, when they were going to do it, what the outcome was going to be, and it turned out just like he said. And one thing they did was, as they were tearing off the old siding, which they had to do, they had to tear off the old hardy plank to put this on. If they came across any problems underneath with the underlayment or any like that, Joe would take a picture, send it to me, and say, okay, we're going to have to replace this. And I said, okay, that's fine. We knew that we probably would have some damage underneath the siding, but he just took the time, took the pictures, sent them to me, and said, here's what we got to do. And I thought that was great. No surprises, none.
And one of the things that I liked about the crew, and I'm not the mechanical person in the family, but not only were they professional, but they were very personable as well. We did some research, just our own personal research on the internet, and there was no negatives out there. Everything we saw was positive. So we thought, we're going to go with Midwest Construction. And I tell you, it is worth every penny.
The whole process, beginning to end, windows to siding, I think was 13, maybe at the most 14 days total to get everything done, which was excellent.
I'm staying here for a while now, and this is going to be the house I retire from. As Dean mentioned earlier, we noticed that those front bedrooms were getting colder and colder, and as we get older in our lives and we have our family come to visit, we have grandbabies that sleep in there, and I want them to be comfortable. I don't want to have to worry about them getting too cold or too hot, and so that was a big push for us, a big push.
So we'll be here for a while.
Yeah, it's a limited lifetime warranty that transfers to the new owners. So that to us is another selling feature in the future. If anyone is considering getting siding or windows, to give Midwest a look, it's well worth the trip.